Welcome back. We're still talking about Christmas films. I am Philip, and this is Neil.
Hello?
If you like this show, please like and subscribe and enjoy. Last time we talked about Home Alone 1, and now we're back with Home Alone 2.
My favorite.
Don't worry, we're not going to do all of them.
All right.
We're just going to do the first two because
the
they're
only
the
two
only
worth
one.
watching.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the only ones worth a damn.
Absolutely.
As the first two. Home Alone, as we said before, was a huge hit, and then they made a sequel 2 years later. Same director, same cast,
Yeah.
same story.
However, funnier.
No,
Okay.
this is where we're gonna fight, Neil,
Okay.
because the story basically is Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister has another fight with his family once again.
Yes.
Because Buzz, his brother, has learned how to manipulate. He's become a better bully, a better liar. He knows how to scheme.
Which makes you hate him even more in this video.
A little bit.
Yes.
By the way, Neil, I wouldn't let you sleep in my womb if you were growing on my ass.
Great line, by the way.
Yes.
That's a good line.
First time I heard that line, I
Yes.
laughed.
Yeah.
And they're going on a flight, and Kevin ends up getting on the wrong flight, and he ends up going to New York when everyone else is going to Florida.
That's right. That's
And
exactly right.
he ends up going to a hotel, and he pretty much rents a room, and he spends most of his time there.
And the cast in the hotel is pretty good, too. You know,
Yes,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is where we have the best part of the film, the great Tim Curry,
Yeah, hysterical.
as
That is
the concierge.
Yes, that's exactly
And
right.
he is running the hotel, and
Yes.
his right hand man is Rob Schneider before he became annoying.
But he was good in this movie. He was very good.
He was
yeah.
fine in his deadpan
Yes,
humor,
Yeah.
but first I have a little story. This is actually the first Home Alone film I ever saw.
Oh, so you saw it backwards.
I saw the ending of it, the scene when the birds attack Marvin and Harry.
Okay.
And since I saw that scene, that caused me to be afraid of birds for the rest of my life.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I don't ever want to be around birds. If I ever see one, I'm going to walk the other way.
But one of the funniest scenes in the movies with the birds when they're being attacked, and Harry screams.
No, Marv screams
I mean,
because
Marv, not Harry.
they
Marv
bite his
screams, yeah.
junk.
Yes, Marv screams, and
Yeah.
it's
But-
hysterical. It's hysterical.
But once again, Kevin is introduced to a outsider, I guess.
Right.
The bird lady, played by Oscar-winning actress Brenda Fricker.
Oh, I did not know she was an Oscar winner.
Yeah, she won
interesting.
for My Left Foot, which also won the Oscar, the first of three, for the great Daniel Day-Lewis.
Gotcha. I did not know she.
If you haven't seen that film, I recommend you see it. He plays Wesley Brown, I believe, and who is autistic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to talk about that if we ever do a Jim Sheridan show, theme show, because he directed it. But now here we get into the problems with the movie.
Which
It
are
is-
none.
No,
Okay,
it
good.
is the same exact story.
It is the same exact story.
Kid gets left alone, except this time he's in New York,
That's right.
which personally I'd rather be in New York than in Florida if I had my
Oh,
way.
absolutely. The family
Because-
wasn't enjoying Florida when they were there, by the way.
No. Well, to be fair, they had to worry about Kevin,
Right, but
as always.
the uncle booked the dumb hotel. It was horrible. You know, it rained the entire time, and the hotel was terrible.
Proof once again that the uncle is an a-hole.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely right. Yes.
But we again, more problems are same story, same gag, same joke, except the first one feels timeless. Here's how the second one does not. They have a lot of 90s quotes like, yes, and beat that, you little trout sniffer. Because in the first film, the kids are really harsh to each other, especially to Kevin. I mean, they are cussing. They are.
Right.
It felt more, or organic and felt more real. Where this film, it feels like they're trying to be cool with the 90s.
Gotcha.
The 90s trends, the 90s.
See, I didn't see
crap.
it like that. I saw it as it's the same movie, but better slapstick, funnier slapstick.
Hmm.
And I thought they
some of
stepped it
it's
up
the
a notch.
same. Like when, Harry and Marv are back.
Yes.
Joe Pesci and
The
Daniel Stern.
Sticky Bandits this time.
Well, they became that after
Yes.
they got.
Yeah.
Well, we will talk about that later.
Yeah.
But they're planning on robbing a toy store, and ironically, they are in the same town as Kevin. They actually bump into each other a couple times, but don't even notice each other until toward one half of the scene when they go, "Hiya, pal."
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene. We have the slapstick in this. It requires suspension of disbelief because the first one, it was the house. He lives in the house. He knows the house. He has time to orchestrate all these traps and stuff. This one, he goes to an abandoned hotel and sets all these traps, and I'm like,
It's his aunt and uncle's house that's being renovated. So he does set traps, but you have to. You're right. He has to suspend.
and he
belief
has,
because it just takes a few hours to do.
and he has a short amount of time to do this,
Right.
and he has to lure the wet bandits to this place,
Right.
and they have to do all, and some of it is pretty funny. Like
Yes.
when he throws the brick at Marv and it
Oh
hits
my
him
gosh, yes.
over and over and over.
Yes.
That was the high point of the jokes.
Yeah.
And then it started going
Well,
downhill
yeah.
because it was the same jokes.
But the comedy inside the house when he does the handstand in the toilet and it explodes because he put kerosene down in the toilet. That's funny. Or when
Yes.
he gets shocked, you know. And
That was in the second one, dude.
Yeah,
That wasn't in the house, just in the hotel thing. Yeah. That was all in the hotel. That
Yeah.
they were in
Yeah.
the abandoned thing, yeah.
That's right. So this in the second one is the I thought the funnier parts inside the house, inside the hotel.
Yeah. Well, I will say I do not hate this film. I do enjoy watching it.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like a dumbass when I play it. I
Good,
play it.
good.
I have fun. I enjoy it. And then afterwards, I'm like, well, it was good. And I think the franchise should have stopped at this. But
I
let's
agree
get
completely. We have to agree with that.
But let's
Yes.
get back to the best part, Tim Curry.
Oh,
Because Tim Curry,
funny.
what a lovely day,
Yeah.
and your pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's, I love you. When
I
he made it,
love you.
Loved it.
Once again, reenacting that they were playing that old film.
Yes.
Because in the first film they played this, he watched this old film and used that film as a prank
That's right.
to prank the pizza guy first, and then he pranks the wet
wet bandits,
the wet
that's right.
bandits. And this one, he used it to prank Tim Curry and his crew of buffoons.
Yes.
Uh,
After they found out the credit card was stolen. So
Stolen
yeah,
credit
that's
card.
it. Yes.
Let's see what the police have to say about this. But yes, Tim. What do you think of Tim Curry just as an actor? We don't see him a lot anymore.
No, he was
Brilliant.
brilliant in
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Still alive, guys.
Yeah.
He's still alive, and
brilliant
yes,
in that.
that's
So,
probably his best role.
Yes.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show, which we might have to review sometime
Yeah,
if I have a
absolutely.
few more
Yeah.
drinks of
Yeah.
Sprite.
Absolutely. It was a great movie. So, but I have to disagree with you. Even though this movie was like the other ones and almost exactly plot, it is the same plot. I thought the slapstick was funnier.
Did it not feel rushed to you? Like it was like, okay, well, the first one was a big hit, so we gotta have a sequel,
No,
cash grab.
I didn't. I was wanting more of what they had the first time. So that's why I like the movie. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be same type of comedy that's going on. So
I saw a clip of the original film while it was on commentary, and Macaulay Culkin said, that he and Chris Columbus both did the commentary for the first one, and they made fun of the sequel. They said, "Yep, sequel." So it's like, well, even they're making fun of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, there you go.
How much money did Home Alone 2 make? Do you know?
I don't know. I want to believe it was a big hit. I don't know, because I think around that same time, Aladdin came out,
Yeah.
and that was the big
That was a huge
money
hit.
maker of the year. That was the highest grossing film of the year.
But I see
Aladdin.
I see Home Alone 2 on TV all the time during Christmas season 2.
Yep.
They play them all the time.
I don't think we'll be talking about Home Alone anymore, but I will say I love the first one to death. It's classic. The second one I enjoy. Neil loves it. So for all
Absolutely
you
love it.
fans that might love the second one more, Neil is your guy.
When Harry says, was it Harry or Marv? I can't remember.
Just
Oh
say
no,
the line.
it was Marv. He said, "Harry," after he got hit in the face. Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
So,
and something we forgot to say about the first one. That scene when Kevin puts the spider on
Oh, my
on
gosh.
Marv, that scream was Will.
oh, my
Because
gosh.
in real life, he is deadly afraid of spiders.
I did not know that. That's even funnier now.
Joe
that you say that.
Pesci and Daniel Stern. Stern is another one we don't see that much anymore. Joe Pesci, he goes in and out of retirement
Yeah.
more times than I care to count.
Both great actors. So I just
yeah.
Joe Pesci's been a lot more.
1990 was a big year for Pesci because
Yeah.
he had Home Alone and he won the Oscar for Goodfellas.
That's right.
which also came out that year. Stern, he went on to direct. He went on to do City Slickers the year after
Which is a great movie.
the first one. Yes,
review
we will
that.
have to review that one sometime.
Yeah.
By the way, there was actually a funny story I heard where Daniel Stern said that while he was on the set of City Slickers, the first Home Alone was still playing, and Billy Crystal kept coming up to him and said, "Hey Stern, your film is still number one at the box office." So,
Interesting.
Home Alone 2, I enjoy, but we're going to end it by saying, Neil, what do you think a Home Alone sequel would be like if they brought Macaulay Culkin back as today?
Yeah.
How do you think Kevin would be
Good
as an
question.
adult now?
I think
how do
it'd
you
be
think he would
very dark. I don't know how much humor would be in it.
He'd be the Joker.
Yeah,
Put it that way.
absolutely. He's
He would be the
scarred
Joker.
by all the times he's been left by his parents,
Yep.
and he's in counseling, and he's probably an alcoholic, and he's probably sitting eating Cheetos, watching late night TV in his underwear. So I don't think it'd be a good way to bring him back.
No. Would you like to see Macaulay Culkin come back, not as Kevin, but just act again? Like,
I
you
would.
think
As
you
a
would be
matter of
good?
fact, I would.
Let me put it this way, Neil. If they ever made a live action Simpsons, and if they had done it back then, Macaulay would have been the best Bart Simpson.
No, absolutely.
He would have been the first choice.
Yes, that's right.
Because just like how Chris Farley would have been the first choice to play Bart.
That's right.
But
we better wrap this
we gotta
up.
wrap this up. Like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. We'll be right back with more Christmas.
Take care.
Take care.